Recipes are fucking stupid, you don't need them, and you're a better cook than you think. Today, we're gonna talk about pulses, making a dip from them. This is one of the easiest, fastest ways to a flavorful thing that I know. So let's jump into it. First of all, you're gonna start with whatever pulse you're gonna go with. Those include chickpeas, lentils, split peas, whatever you got going on. I'm gonna go with chickpeas, really easy. Any type of bean works for this too. Crunch, it's gonna come in the form of nuts typically, so I'm gonna use slivered almonds. You can go walnuts, peanuts, whatever nut you have. The point here is you're gonna have this creamy dip and you're gonna have this crunchy, nice nut, textured variants. Salt, I'm going sea salt. You could slip a little bit of fish sauce in for some sort of umami thing going on. You can use whatever salty things you have. For fat, in this variant, which is really sort of following the lines of what's called a Musabbaḥa, I think is the way to pronounce it, which is basically like a hummus without pureeing it all the way. You add tahini. I'm also gonna add a little bit of olive oil, adding other oils, walnut, hazelnut, whatever you have on hand, avocado oil. Aromatics, we're gonna saute a little bit of garlic. What I like to do at the very end is saute a little bit of garlic with the crunchy nuts together in a little bit of olive oil, and that creates this garlicky, nutty kind of topping. Acid, going lemon juice, you can go lime juice, you can go vinegar, whatever you have. Bitter, we can go with lemon zest. I was asked difference between acid and sour and bitter. I would say acid and sour are the same thing. Bitter, I think more like quinine, which is in gin and tonics, you think about that. Or bitter is also something like cocoa, really dark chocolate, like 90+ dark chocolate, or even beer. So bitter is better described by tasting things that sort of have bitter components, ingredients, like radicchio and bitter greens. The more you taste things that have those bitter elements, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But the simplest form, lemon juice would be an acid, lemon zest would be a bitter. Heat, I'm gonna add a little bit of Urfa beaver chili, which I've been using. It's that Syrian chili, but any type of heat works here, a little hot sauce, a little fresh chili that you have, whatever you have lying around. Now for spices, this is the stuff that's really gonna wake up this type of dip, whether you're using beans or chickpeas or split peas or lentils. I would just sort of empty out the spice cabinet. In this case, I'm gonna go with a little bit of cumin, I'm gonna go with a little bit of sumac, I'm gonna go with probably some coriander. If you have a bit of a mortal and pestle or something to grind it, it makes a huge difference. Toast them off, grind it up, incorporate them. It's gonna give it all that fragrant, beautiful flavor. Sweet, a little bit of honey. And for herbs, I think I have mint and cilantro, so I'll use those. If you just have parsley or if you just have basil, whatever works, just use the stuff that you have. If you have stems, use that. Just use the stuff you have on hand. Now in this Musabbaḥa technique, the one thing that I like about it that's interesting is you actually keep a couple of the components, whatever pulse you're using, whole. So in this case, you make almost like a bit of it's mashed together and a bit of it you add full chickpeas on top, so you get a varied texture there as well. Let's put this all together. That's your confidence when you start cooking without recipes. Then it becomes that. Then it becomes that. Your confidence will build. In the beginning, it feels a little weird, but as you keep doing it, you're gonna get better and better. Just go for it. You can do it.